yung accountability mechanism, parati po natin na naririnig ito. Pasensya na po kung nagiging cliche, pero ito po talaga yung pinaka-crux ng aming paninindigan. Dapat ay maging epektibo yung mekanismo ng pananagutan dito sa bansa.
I object.
Una, nagpunta po ang atin pong pangalang Pangulo, hindi sa paglilitis, kundi para po kamustahin ang kanya pong defense panel. At nakikita naman ho natin ngayong araw po na ito, ongoing yung pong paglilitis. No? So, antayin ho nating matapos yung kabuuan po ng presentation of the witness. Pero tingin ko naman lahat po ng mga mayor na mga punto na gusto hong ma-deliver ng prosecution ngayong araw po na ito ay na-deliver po as we speak. So, we'll wait for the entirety of the day to make a complete assessment of day 2 of the impeachment trial. Okay, siguro bukas na ho natin yung hapag para sa mga tanong. Meron po kasi talagang mga objections na tingin ko bilang abogado parang a bit impertinent already, no? Marami ho mga tanong doon, marami objections doon, halos pa ulit-ulit. Hindi ba? But I think that is the job of the lawyer to do. So siguro naman kung bahagi ako ng defense panel, baka yun yung kailangan ko rin po talaga gawin para tiyakin na hindi ho makapasok yung mga ebidensya na dapat pong hindi makapasok, no? Para maprotektahan ko po yung kliyente ko. But that is their strategy, and we will respect that particular strategy. I mean, malaya naman ho sila to implement whichever trial strategy and tactics that they would want to undertake. Pero syempre, they will have to contend with the reality of the court as well, na objections will ultimately have to be sustained or will have to be overruled. No? So, and that is what they are seeing today. Now, there are a series of overruled objections by the defense panel. Well, ginagalang ho namin yon. No? So, going into trial, we were expecting each and every piece of objection will be implemented by the defense. No? Pero, siguro we take exception lang po on yung pong objection nila relating to the exclusion of the witnesses. Kasi I'm quite certain they will again object on each and every witness moving forward. No? Kasi nga, I think their original position, which is basically their Supreme Court challenge, is that yung po hindi kasama doon sa original complaints ay hindi ho dapat isinasalang dito. But again, ang posisyon ho namin ay all of these are already part of the pre-trial order. So basically, nagpasya na ho yung Senate Impeachment Court na lahat po ng mga witness na gustong ipasok ng prosecution at defense ay nandoon na po sa pre-trial order, with a further reservation na in the event na meron po mauna reserved witnesses and other witnesses na hindi ho reserved at hindi ho listed, pwede pa rin naman ho yung isalang for as long as meron pong approval ng Senate Impeachment Court. But again, and to bring the question to them as well, ang totoo naman ho, nothing in their witness list was ever stated in the House answer, which is a non-answer, and also in the Senate answer, which is also a non-answer. So, ibig sabihin, ano bang prinsipyo ho rito? Ang pwede sa amin, ay pwede rin dapat sa inyo. Ang hindi pwede sa amin, hindi dapat pwede sa inyo. So, ibig sabihin, that particular objection point doesn't really make sense to me. I don't understand why defense or lawyers are actually allowed to make their ideas known, ano? Na parang they are thinking out loud. Hindi ba kasi what is the basis for saying that there is a script? Hindi ba? Talagang trabaho naman ho talaga nung witness yun pong bagay yun, hindi ba? So, we take exception to that. And that has no basis. Dapat durugin yun.
Sir, would you say you're more confident on the outcome of the second day of the trial compared to yesterday? Kasi ngayon po, parang mas marami yung favorable rulings to the prosecution, mas marami yung pinapaligyan yung pinakontra objections ng defense. So, is it more confident in the second day?
Dadagdag ko lang before our prosecutary, no? Ito'y parati nating sinasabi from the very start. Once the trial begins, makikita natin yung katotohanan. Ito yung katotohanan eh. The evidence will speak. Nakita din natin kung anong strategy ng defense is actually to mute the evidence or to do anything that they can technically not to allow the court to appreciate the evidence. So andun na tayo to a point that they even raised a question about the about the witness being about the witness capacity or his even expertise on taking the witness stand, no? So it's very clear now that sabi ko nga ngayon hindi pa tapos itong araw na to, but we are claiming victory because all the motions that were raised by the defense most of them were overruled, and we are very thankful to the presiding officer because alam niya yung mga strategy na ganito, no? So ultimately, nakita natin ng taong bayan ngayon na habang tumutuloy umunsad itong impeachment trial, very clear na talagang na lumalabas at lumalakas yung panawagan ng prosecution na ipakita sa taong bayan yung katotohanan. And that's what we've been seeing now so far on the first day, no?
Pwede kong dagdagan yung tanong ni Dwight kanina yung sa script saka dun sa numerous objections. May nag-coach kasi kanina. Kanina umaga may nag-coach. Yun ang turo niya nung pumunta siya dito. Hindi ko alam. Pero ang alam ko, yung preparation will always beat the objection. So, kita-kita po natin na handang-handa po ang prosecutors kanina. Di ba?
Well, antayin lang ho namin as received copy, no? Bago ho namin i-disclose fully. Ano po? Nailabas na. Okay, then we confirm na these particular personalities had in fact been requested to be issued subpoenas to attend po the proceedings. But balikan ko lang yung tanong kanina kung are we happier today than yesterday. Ang totoo naman ho, it is the same high expectations that we've seen from yesterday. Katulad ng sinasabi kahapon, the fact that we had reached impeachment trial day is already the victory in itself. And on the second day, ganun pa rin naman ho. We are presenting the evidence as we had promised the nation. So, malaking bagay po ito. Ito nga dalawang nagdaang mga araw po na ito. And more importantly, we're not keeping tabs naman po on yung tally. Wala kaming tally sheet. Kung sino ho yung na-reject yung objection, sino ho yung na-sustain yung objection, sino ho yung nautal. Kasi, ang mahalaga naman po dito, yung pagpapalabas ho mismo ng ebidensya, either ng prosecution or ng depensa. So, pareho lang po. Yung high expectations namin of yesterday is the same high expectations that we had today. Before letting our colleagues answer, syempre, ang most important metric in litigation, yung po nga naipasok ko yung mga ebidensya, na isa lang yung mga ebidensya, na hindi ho na-objectan, na hindi po natitigil. And what we had seen today, yung pong mga major witnesses, major documents, nasalang po ngayon. So, nakita na ho yung video documentation at ongoing pa rin po yung pong examination po ng witness. So, malaking tagumpay po yung ngayong araw.
Dadagdagan ko lang, when we say we claim victory, victory does not, sabi ko nga, matagal pa ito. Tama nga yung sinabi ni Prosec Terry. We're claiming victory in a sense that we have already started to present our case, present our evidence for the people and for the court to see and appreciate. And we're very happy that yung na-introduce kanina na mga ebidensya, although they were challenged by the defense, which basically we respect that because that's part of their strategy, but still it was overruled, and it has reached a point where babalikan yon, and then probably sabi nga ni Prosec Terry, probably this will be later on introduced as an evidence. So in that sense, we have already started the trial, and we have already shown to the public what evidence we have. No? So in that sense, sabi ko nga, we are claiming victory kasi ang mananalo talaga dito ang taong bayan. Dahil para naman talaga sa kailang impeachment na to at para malaman nila kung ano yung kaso na ipapresenta ng prosecution.
Tama po yun kasi I think very relevant siya dun sa press conference kung saan na-utter yung pong threats against the president. Well, nagsabi naman ho yung presiding officer kanina, di ba ang sabi naman ho niya, malaya ang mga partido kung paano ho nila ilalatag yung kanila pong mga ebidensya. So, ibig sabihin, pinayagan ho yung prosecution to make that particular presentation doon po sa 2 minuto at doon sa iba pang mga mas maigsi na mga videos po na present. And on the other hand, ang sinabi ho ng presiding officer, kung gusto ng depensa na isa lang yung kabuuan po ng pong mga press conference, malaya ho silang gawin yun. So, ibig sabihin, our understanding there is the Senate Impeachment Court does not want to intrude on yung pong freedom of the parties to decide kung paano ho nila isasampa yung pong mga ebidensya. Well, meron naman din pong merit yung gustong sabihin ng defense, no? To be fair to them. But again, if that is what they would want, they can do it on their own terms when it is their time to actually present their case.
Yung kasi ang bread and butter nila, mag-file ng TRO. So, sa tingin ko, specialty of the house na nila yun. So, of course, wala naman po pumipigil sa kanila na gawin yung mga ganyang bagay kasi yung nga po ang, kumbaga, kahit nakapikit na po sila, expertise na po nila yan. And mararapat naman po na mag-file sila kung may mga tanong sila na gustong masagot, pero I believe na na-resolve naman po lahat yan nung first day natin. Yun lang po.
Malaya naman po talaga mag-question ang kung sino man dumalo sa Supreme Court. Pero sa aking palagay, ito internal na rules ng Senado. Ang impeachment trial ay internal or exclusive na binigay na kapangyarihan ng Senado. So it also follows, no, logically, na ang mga membro na umuupong hukom ng mga senador, sila din ang magde-decide kung sino yung magiging presiding officer nila. Paragay ko, yung isa sa mga pinagbugutan nila is yung discussion whether yung transcript ng mga framers ng Constitution would still be matter, no? We've heard a lot of legal opinions, pero itong mga transcript ng during the 1986 Constitutional Convention, they may have influence, but they're not really controlling. What's important is what ratified by the people. Ang ni-ratify naman po ng taong bayan kung ano yung nakaspell out doon sa specific provision na yon doon sa Constitution. So very clear naman po na yun sa mga isa sa mga naging kasagutan nung mayroong mga opinions na lumabas during the yesterday's first day of the trial, and the senator judges have already concluded and have already settled on that issue. So eternal ito sa Senado at palagay ko naman, without preempting what would be the result of the or the decision of the court, I'm sure the court would probably respect also the independence of the Senate, especially that the Senate is given an exclusive power by the Constitution to try and decide impeachment complaints.
Siguro panghuli na lang on the Supreme Court petition. Alam po nyo, ilang petition na yan eh. Una, ilang petition na yan, ilang motion na yan. Hindi pa sila naawa sa puno. Nagsasayang sila ng papel. Kasi ang totoo naman ho, ang lunsaran po ng laban na po ay wala na ho sa Korte Suprema, andito na po sa Senado. At ang totoo ho, nakakatawa na ho talaga yung absurdity ng posisyon ho na in each and every time, kailangan hong ipaliwanag ng depensa that meron ho silang pending proceedings in the Supreme Court questioning all of these. Hindi ba? Kaya they are free to do it, but we will proceed with the impeachment trial until the very end.
Idadagdag ko lang, those groups are associated with the respondent. It's very obvious lahat ng ginagawa nila to delay. And unfortunately, na-frustrate sila ng Constitution because it has already started. And hanggang ngayon, ay hindi sila nawawala ng pag-asa para i-delay. Pero pasensya na po, ang Constitution po at alam po ng ating mga senador huwes kung ano yung katungkulan nila. Tuloy na po yung proceedings. Kaya nga po sinasabi namin, this is already a victory for us because the impeachment trial has already started despite the efforts of some of those who want to delay this or to stop this.
So, ano kumpiyansa kayo na hindi mapapahinto dito na impeachment proceedings?
Tingin ko wala na hong makakapigil dito at this point. Well, wala po itong pagbabago mula doon sa lahat ng mga impeachment proceedings, no? As far back as the Estrada impeachment and the Corona impeachment, ang kadalasan po ay paghahati po ng trabaho, no? Yung po direct examination ay ginagawa po ng private prosecutors at yung pong argumentation relating to legal technical matters ginagawa po ng public prosecutor. So this was done in Estrada, this was done in Corona. We're doing it again now.
At saka dadagdag ko lang, kahapon kasi na-approve ng court nung naglabas ng directive ang presiding officer na they would allow yung pag-examine ng witness, pag-examine ng evidence ng more than one counsel, no? For both sides. Hindi lang ho ito sa prosecution, but even that option is available to the defense. So hindi ho siya, remember, ito pong mga private prosecutors natin have volunteered also. Nag-volunteer ho sila sa panel ng prosecution ng House of Representatives kasi naintindihan nila kung gaano ka-importante itong usapin na ito at saka yung being an officer of the court, kasi mga abogado sila, matawagin lang ho namin sinasabi ito, they understand their civic duty to really make sure that the Constitution do well implemented. In this case, the accountability mechanism of the Constitution will be alive and well and will be felt, no, to serve the interests of the public.
Oh, wala akong ganun. Talagang very clear-cut naman po yung hatian ng trabaho po ng public prosecutors and private prosecutors. Nakita naman natin, for example, doon sa mga general argumentation, yung mga public prosecutors po talaga yung nagpapaliwanag. Nakita natin yung kahapon, nakita natin ngayon. Pero yung direct and other aspects, ibinibigay po namin ito sa private prosecutors. But again, to be clear, it is still under the control and supervision naman po ng pong private prosecutor, ng public prosecutors.
Gusto ko lang talagang i-reiterate and highlight, no? Kasi yung ganong klaseng framing, baka yun na lumalabas, no? Volunteers po itong mga private prosecutors natin. The House Prosecution Panel did not actually ask them to be part of the prosecution team. They have volunteered their services pro bono.
So abangan ho natin kung yan po yung magiging pagpapasya. Anyway, meron naman ho tayong 1 week prior notice hindi ba? So if we see the Vice President in that list, then she will be in that list and then she will be called to the stand. So antayin po natin if that is something that will actually happen.
Saka kanina, kala nyo, di ba? Pero clickbait. Dumating lang na umaga, tapos umuwi rin. So parang clickbait lang yung dating kanina. Na-clickbait tayo lahat. Kala nga namin mag-a-attend na rin nung ating hearing, trial. Pero nag-attendance lang, pero nasa kantin. Hindi pa nagpaliwanag. Sayang, pumunta na rin sana sa hearing. Mas maganda rin kasi na nandun naman siya. Di ba?
Well, meron pong right against self-incrimination po yung ating mga respondent, mga akusado, hindi ba? So ultimately, siya yung magpapasya kung gusto ho niyang maisa lang doon pagka ho ipinatawag siya. But we will make that request in due time and kung nakabatay ho talaga sa pangangailangan ng prosecution.
Idadagdag ko lang, I think yung pag-raise nung request na yun ni Attorney Kapunan, ang sinabi niya, we are not waiving that option. We are reserving that right. Ibig sabihin, kung dumating sa punto na the only way to prove, for example, the case of the prosecution is also to request the presence of Vice President Sara as probably a hostile witness, then that option is available and open to the prosecution. Hindi naman nag-rule din ng presiding officer, so that would be a discussion that will later on be tackled by the impeachment court.
Well, nung pong sinasabi nga ho namin sa inyo na as far back as yung pong paghahanda namin, hinahanda na ho namin talaga yung objection on each and every point. So, yan ho yung basically implementation po ng paghahanda na yon. No? At tingin ko naman ho, what we had seen today is, naipakita naman ho namin yung relevancy, materiality, nung pong lahat ng aspeto ng testimonya po ng witness. So, malaking bagay po yun sa amin.
Well, unang-una, we cannot predict what would be the next itinerary of the Vice President. What is important to us is the impeachment trial is now ongoing. Yun ang pinaka-importante. Whether she would come, she would participate, that should entirely be her decision in concurrence with, of course, her defense lawyers. No? We don't anticipate. Kami po ay handa. Sabi nga po ni Congressman Terry, handa po ang prosecution. Nakalatag po, very klaro. Even during our pre-trial brief, very clear, nakalatag lahat sa pre-trial brief ang prosecution panel. So, handa po kami. Kaya nga po lahat ng mga objection nila ng defense ay now overruled dahil ganun po kahanda ang prosecution. So, our focus is how to present to the public and to the Senate the case that we have promised to the public, that we will present not only truthful information but also making sure that yung accountability mechanism, parati po natin na naririnig ito. Pasensya na po kung nagiging cliche, pero ito po talaga yung pinaka-crux ng aming paninindigan. Dapat ay maging epektibo yung mekanismo ng pananagutan dito sa bansa.
I object.
Okay, maraming salamat. Bukas ulit.
Overruled?